Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the kind of BSC warm-up. $5,000 is on the line with all the EMEA teams, the top teams, and we have the grand final. We have Reply Totem versus SK Gaming. So if you missed it, I highly recommend watching it on the YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to see the semi-finals. Maybe I can also go through those on my second channel, but this is the grand final where, again, we've been really missing that competitive action because it's been a long time since the World Finals, and the BSC season doesn't start really for like another 3 weeks, maybe even a month. So yeah, let's dive into it. So our first taste of this meta as well with competitive, with all of the changes. So straight away, let's take a look. Center stage, we also see beautiful Trav on our screens. But anyways, we see straight away, so it's quite evident that, wait, who got first pick? So we see a Luban, Nita, and Ash, and then we see Amber, Stu, and Poco. So probably guess that, yeah, I was about to say that Lou probably is going to be the one that they have first pick, and also they want to ban the Ash because of Angel Boy. Angel Boy's really good on Ash, but anyways, like Ash is good on center stage anyway. So Sandy first pick, you know, Sandy's really good on bushier maps. You can never really go wrong with Sandy in draft. You also seen Sandy being used on like Hard Rock Mine, for example, so you've seen a lot more Sandy in this meta. Max and Surge, so this is just a good pro combination. You see Max a lot. You probably don't see Max in your ranked games, but Max is used so much by the pros because, again, you can never really go wrong with Max. He's good into pretty much everything, combines really well in Brawl Ball. So now we see a Juju. So again, I'm surprised we didn't see Juju earlier on in the draft. I know it's center stage and you probably can look at overwhelming her, so maybe the pros draft her towards the end of draft on center stage because that's where throws are better on grassy maps. But still, it's Juju at the end of the day. I really like this. Juju's just good into everything, and especially like Surge. Surge isn't squishy, but still has an okay matchup. And they go with a Rico. Okay, this is interesting. I feel like there's surely some room to counter them here. Rico and a thrower, and Sandy with no DPS. I feel like we haven't got anything like quick to burst people down. The only way they've got the ability to do that is actually through like Rico's gadget or maybe a quick Rico's super. So yeah, see, it's like they predicted. I was thinking of a tank. I was thinking like Daryl, but then I completely forgot about Frank. So Frank, I actually like that pick. I know Rico can burst him down, but again, they don't have any quick like burst. Just look at their composition. Rico, you know, he can do some good damage, but in initial gunfights he tickles you. Sandy, yeah, he might build up a lot of supers from Frank, but he still tickles you. You know, same with Juju. She can't burst down tanks quickly, so straight away you think last pick is safe to go a tank, and especially with a Max. So that's why I went with a Max combination. So in terms of draft, I like both teams, to be fair. I like the Rico. If the Rico can pop off, then they're in trouble. So yeah, let's jump into the first game then. So that was a long draft, and again, they've got to really widen the map as much as possible. So this is why Ope is going down the left hand side. It's why Joker's going down the right. They're going for the wide pinch. The reason being is because you don't want to give value to the opponent, especially when they've got a thrower. So you've got to split up a bit. Ope is going to go with a wall break, and they managed to get the goal. Really clean first engagement there from SK. Also, again, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go far right. Looks like Surge going to keep tabs there. But no Rico's far left, so they can start to push in. Or Ope can at least. Joker's getting some good taps. They're probably using Vision Gear as well. And just because on a map like center stage, you've got to be really good with either communication or slap on the Vision Gear. So, you know, you're not going to get crept upon. And that's obviously really good communication from SK. Angel Boy whiffs the hypercharge, then somehow kills Surge, which is just Rico in a nutshell. That's actually a good I thought it was a good hypercharge from Ope, but all things considered, I feel like he kind of needs the grass and bushes as much as anyone else, and now he has gone down. But now Morris pop. Yeah, I was going to say they need to just kind of run at him to waste that gadget. Ope's got another super. He's kind of charging through these quite quickly. I mean, Ope's good on the tanks. We know that from World Finals from previous years, a Buster and everything else. So a couple of members down from SK. It's looking like a certain goal for Totem, and they got a Sandy super. So this isn't looking great for SK. It looked really good, but I don't know. Like, I just think that hypercharge Frank super maybe a bit rushed, open up the map, but they really need to get some good pressure here. Joker's going to get the ball, dashing forward. How did that go in? How did that not go in? That is literally millimeters. All three players on Totem were literally on the goal line trying to save that. But now Max has the hypercharge. Another hypercharge from Frank. Sandy's got theirs already. I don't know if Ope can get it out. Yes, he can actually. Gonna get the takedown onto Gree. Josh is doing the right job. I feel like Surge is actually probably got the worst matchups here. Ever since his HP nerf, it actually has impacted him a lot more in the meta than you realise. I mean, he's still like an 8-tier brawler, but okay, here we are. Going into overtime, though, surely I would definitely favour SK, even though they've got the tank. You think of Juju, not that good in overtime. Rico, not the best in overtime. Whilst you got Max and Surge, that can be really well. But the thing is, they need to survive. So you can see Joker here popping the hypercharge, trying to get the ball out as quickly as possible. Maru nearly going down here. I mean, it's unfortunate that he had to use the hypercharge there, but he just had to get him out. So here comes Angel Boy's hypercharge, going to get a kill onto Ope. Cycles it again. Joker's doing a good job of staying alive, but it just seems like it's too much pressure. Angel Boy is so weak. This is such a close encounter, but now Yoshi has hypercharge. This is where he's going to pop off. Activating his gadget as well. Yeah, I don't know about Mori shooting him here. It's just giving him more shots with his hypercharge, and that's going to be SK walking that in. So really, really sweaty first game there. I don't know whether I find it cringe or not that it says GG game. Like, that doesn't really make sense to me, I don't think. Like, GG game. I don't know. We're trying some different things in broadcast, which I kind of like, but yeah, anyways, so the way that Totem win this clearly is, again, ending it before overtime. And this is one thing that pros do consider in draft as well, is this composition good in overtime? Because what you can do, and especially coordinate with your teammates, is you could prolong the game and make sure it goes to overtime, and you'll better your chances of winning, because of course it literally opens up in 2 minutes and a half. We've seen that strategy being used for years by the pros. So Ope's got super here, which could lead to a good goal scoring opportunities, good kill there. And you still see like Frank, I still feel like Frank goes under the radar. I don't know why, considering that a lot of the newbies are just always accustomed to Frank, especially since beginning. I just don't actually ever see Frank in my rank games, and he's still such a good brawler. He gets his hypercharge so quickly. That wind up mechanic at low HP is just absolutely done broken, and pros still go it a lot because it's such a good last pick. It's one of the best last picks you can go. So OP gets a good kill there, looking to break open the wall, but I think this should be a goal if they get a good time. I feel like I don't know. It was tough. Joker went for it. I feel like just passing it up and letting Yoshi jump forward probably would have been better. But hey, it's okay. We've still got max speed here. Doesn't manage to get OP. Again, the Juju pet is like annoying for Frank, but because he's so tanky, he can still just get shot a couple of times and easily take it down. A nice kill from Joker. He's playing so well on the max, getting like kills against all of these guys in the open, which, you know, of course, Max doesn't really do that well normally. Max just got a good chip in brawler, but Joker's absolutely clipping him. So good speed there. OP needs to try and get away from this Rico. Manages to do so. I mean, that's a well-timed hypercharge from Angel Boy. I know he doesn't get a super off, but because of the extra shield that you get with the hypercharge, does keep him alive for that engagement. So here, Yoshi gets the kill. He's going to clean up. He's going to run in here, get a kill onto Maru. So this is surely a goal. I mean, OP can just pass this to himself. He's going to hypercharge instead. I mean, you can be safe. You get your hypercharge pretty quickly, but guarantees the goal. 30 seconds left there. Maru hypercharge, so really need to score pretty quickly, but Max hypercharge in retaliation. He's going so aggressive here, but they can, because they've got a Frank. There's just nothing they can do against a Frank that's running at you so quickly. And look how quick it destroys Juju's pet, by the way. That is absolutely insane. So now there's 12 seconds left. They can kind of just time the respawns. Yoshi's going to stay alive for a little bit longer, but now OP's respawning with a super. There's not much he can... Actually, I feel like he can score that. Yeah, he can score that. Okay. I was about to say, he can score. He should have held on to his super long, but it doesn't matter. He's got a hypercharge super here. Look at the amount of HP that OP has. Angel Boy's literally going to have to get inside of him to try and deal as much damage as possible. There's nothing they can do. The max speed is too much. Didn't even matter anyway that they conceded that late goal. They're going to be winning the first set 1-0. I think that's just a pretty clean draft from them. They quite clearly knew what they were going to go with. Frank, let's jump into the next set. All right, guys, now jumping into set number 2, we have Hot Zone Ring of Fire. So you can see the first pick bans, good to take a look at. So obviously the best picks for the pros are going to be Lou, Juju, and Stu and Ring of Fire. I think I could have easily just said that anyways. That was pretty obvious. And then Poco, Berry, and Max ban, which is pretty interesting. Max ban probably is because SK just love Max. Joker, one of the best Maxes, and just really good with everything. Berry and Poco, there's a lot of nonsense going on with Poco and Berry in Hot Zone right now. So again, just removing it. We've seen Poco used just a lot more in general. We've seen it in Brawl Ball. We also seen it, I think, in Hot Zone with a B. Like, there's just a lot of Poco right now. Not like crazy amounts. Same with Berry. Like, these brawlers are good, but not like upper echelon, but not like top S tier. But they're just improved, because previous metas, there were just too many really good brawlers that just made brawlers like Poco just too redundant. And now they got nerfed. It's just allowed them to thrive a bit more. So we go with the Amber. So this is a good place to play Amber, in my opinion, because I think Amber is definitely overplayed in NA. Like, she definitely isn't an S tier brawler in the meta, but she's just really good in draft. And if you never know what to go, you can go Amber. But at the same time, I think there are some counters to her, especially on the longer range maps. So this is where I'm looking at Totem and looking at their picks and seeing where they can go. I mean, they could go like Bell into Gus here. They could, if they're feeling really extra saucy, they could go with like a Piper in the middle. I doubt they'll really go Piper though, but I'm thinking Bell. But is Bell even that good into Gus? We'll have to see. Again, like, it's hard. I don't really see any true counters here. Maybe yeah, Bell. We'll go Bell. I was gonna say maybe like 8-bit, because typically into Gus you probably just go like higher HP mids or just healers, so Gus can't kill you. So if we go with a Bell with a trap's pretty good in hot zone. And then as a third pick, I feel like they probably need something a bit aggressive or something with a bit of DPS here. I mean, Bell can still counter tanks with grounded, which a lot of pros do like. That's why we go Bell a lot, by the way, because you can still be pretty flexible with her in the draft. Again, maybe they could go like a, I don't know, what do you want to go Griff to open up the map against them? But I just don't know what they can really. Okay, we go with the Draco. Interesting. So to go with the Draco, because Draco is just good in hot zone now, and just in general, you know, like Amber and Gus, they can kill you, but they haven't got any quick DPS. Who would you really go here? I think you'd go somebody that's going to feed a lot of supers from the Draco. So can't go Surge though, because surely Penny will just have too good of a matchup. I mean, you could maybe go like Sandy, would be a weird one, but you can get a lot of supers from the Draco, but then you might get with, I don't know. I don't think you can go like Clancy. If we go with Frank, okay, yeah, Frank is a really good counter to Draco. I was trying to think, like, what would be a brawler that would, like, I don't know, like, Draco's going to pressure most brawlers, right? But if you're able to farm super from the Draco, eventually you're going to pinch him out and then use that super for pressure. That's why I was thinking Sandy, by the way, and also you got the stun to interrupt his gadgets. So composition wise, I actually like Totems more, weirdly enough. I don't know if they have the DPS to take down a Frank again, to be honest. This is why Frank as a late pick is so dangerous. I don't know why people aren't banning Frank or just take it more into consideration. Yeah, I think the sharpshooters are definitely going to have to be on their A game. Draco's going to want to stay away from Frank as much as possible here. And again, it also had a double stack mid from Totem. So Draco's going to go straight for, well, actually not going to go for the Amber. He's going to go for some zone time, but he's just going to try and wiggle, stay alive for as long as possible. The toughest thing about Draco is actually getting your first super, but he's going to farm that away from Frank, which is really well played from him. I don't know about that initial super. Yeah, it's completely weight. I would have rather just healed up in that moment, I think, just because, yeah, it was just so weak. It was obviously going to get burst down by those longer range brawlers. So, I mean, Angel Wood can go onto the Frank here. I think he's just going to manage to get the kill with Maru, but the problem is here, now SK is starting to get some good positioning set up. Joker in the middle, he's now got a shield, going to manage to stay alive here. He's got his super as well. Maru is getting some really good taps onto him though in the middle. Joker's doing a good job to stay alive here. See, one common mistake that people make in general, I know it's obviously good to fall back when you're weak, but Joker knows just precisely when enough is enough. Like, he's literally one shot and he's still on the zone. And it's just all about zone time here. So again, you can just see Yoshi's just going for it. He knows he's going to die, but it doesn't matter. He's getting zone time. Angel Boy again going up. He knows he's going to die, but he's getting zone time, which is so crucial. Maru's just going straight for the zone because it's just what you have to do in a map like this, because you can quickly, yeah, you might have like 20 kills in that game, in that round, but that's not going to equate to zone time. So Yoshi with a good super there, so that's literally perfect to block off the choke point. He's going to go in here and Yoshi doesn't actually time it right. The Penny Hypercharge turret is actually doing some really good work to the Frank. It's actually a half decent counter when you think about it, because every time Frank has stand still, the Penny turret can lock on to Frank pretty easier. Another Hypercharge Penny turret. I mean, there's no point even trying to destroy this Penny turret. I think the longer the game goes on, it's actually going to be beneficial for Totem with that Penny turret, a Hypercharge Frank, and a good shield. I mean, bro, he was just immortal. It took so much to take him down. I mean, Yoshi's just been so annoying. I feel like he's so hard to kill, but Amber's so annoying to kill that they're just leaving him a lot of the time. Mario's going to go down as well. It's so chaotic. Everything is just going down at the moment. Ope with another shield. He's going to manage to stay alive. Angel Boy is popping up 1 HP and a dream. I have no idea how he stayed alive there. I know he popped the gadget, but that was just so clutch. Pops another gadget. This is why Draco's so good. Totem are just going to try and stay on the zone here. Moru's so weak. Moru, is he going to be able to get that last percentage? That was so close, but so clutch. Wow, that was literally the tiniest of details coming in clutch there. Gets stunned. I don't think Gus has the ammo, and then the penny turret to block the gadget. It was beautiful. You must have been so mad if you was Joker trying to find that last shot, and there's just so much of Penny just being able to body block there. Absolutely hilarious. So yeah, that was just chaotic. That was just pro hot zone at its finest. So good gadget there from Angel Boy. Perfect. So he's got his super with 1 death. I think with Draco, you've pretty much got a guarantee that you're going to die within the first engagement before you get your super, because again, it's just impossible. You don't really have anything going for you. You've got very limited range now. Ope does miss the super. It's going to allow Angel Boy to go close. Doesn't actually tap gadget in time, but it has allowed him to get a bit of percentage here. So now Mora's going to go down. Again, it's just all down to Penny trying to farm those hypercharged turrets as quickly as possible. So switching matchup here, Yoshi's going more so on the Penny lane, and I think they're going to try and get the Frank on the Draco as much as possible. Again, okay, OP is going to go in behind. I think Yoshi's going back over to the left. I could say Yoshi's doing a good job over the left. It's just that they weren't getting the most zone time. OP is going to open that up, which is pretty good. I think that penny turret was giving them a lot of trouble. The problem is the amount of time it's taken them to kind of destroy that setup wasn't ideal, but I guess now Maru's just going to go down the left hand side instead with the turrets now, so there is that. OP's getting some good pressure now. SK's starting to get some zonage back. Really good kill from Angel Boy. Now Maru's going to go on the offensive. You see how messy this is. This is just Ring of Fire in a nutshell here, but again, Joker's managing to get some good taps. Penny turret's going to be annoying, so OP, yeah, he's just going to go for the middle just to get Angel Boy down here. Oh, the Gus shield as well, knocking him back. Beautiful. Opa's going to try and get close, gets the kill onto Penny as well. But this is just Frank beatdown. It's just beautiful to see. Who would have thought? I actually just love seeing Frank gameplay. I don't know about you guys. I just love the rework of Frank. It's a bit broken, but I love what they did with Frank. It's made him so much more fun. It's just, to me, it's hilarious just seeing Frank just absolutely delete someone within a second after pretty much dying. So good plays from SK there. Again, I was a little bit skeptic how long it took them to get that set up, but I think the penny turret obviously was the thing causing them so much problem. I think also stacking in the middle was obviously their downfall there. That's what they tried to do less that game. They tried to stack, because you think you got Penny splashing, you've got Bell with the ricocheting shots. I know you'd normally like double stack in the middle here, but you can see they're splitting, so this is an obvious tactic here from SK. Normally it's 2 center, so we're seeing Yoshi sneaking in the middle. The super is so valuable for ammo. If you can just connect that onto someone, they're pretty much dead every time. Maru going down here, and now it's just Maru. SK looking to take over this game right here. If they can win this, the 2 sets up, and this is looking absolutely brilliant for them. Here comes the hypercharge Frank, which is normally just used to just run up the map, which he's going to do here. I mean, he's easily going to get the kill onto Mari, and now he's in a really powerful position here. Kind of with the super bit. It's hard to hit super onto Draco sometimes when he's got his super. He does get a speed boost, of course, there, but there's just so much of a big lead here for Totem. They can afford to make to SK, they can afford to let off the gas a little bit. So I wonder if OP is going to do the same here. Go down the right, destroy that. Ooh, is he going to go for it now? Yes, he is. There we go. He's going to destroy that. Thing is now Maru's basically got another. Yeah, he's just got a straight another penny turret. But I guess that's what they want. They want the map to be open here. The thing is, Penny can never really kill Frank because she just has such low DPS. So you see here, OP doesn't mind that matchup whatsoever. Yeah, he might get tickled, but he's never actually going to get killed from the Penny, to be honest. I mean, as I say that, he's getting pretty weak here. He's going to just try buy as much time as possible. Goes for the... That is a beautiful play, by the way. Backs away as if he's going to look to heal up and then just supers. Love to see it. Maru's going to go down here. Surely this is looking like an SK win. I love the adjustments. Just when you think that the matchup is going towards Totem, they just make some adjustments and he's looking so good here. But I might actually get the jinx at 99%. Surely it's over. Surely there's no gadgets left for Angel Boy. He's not got a super either, unless he's really close to it here. Yeah, there's just no chance, especially with a Frank Hypercharge. So that's going to be the set going towards SK Gaming. 2 sets to 0 so far, looking juicy. Okay, so now jumping into set number 3, we've got Bounty Shooting Star. So here you go, bans on the screen right here. So my guess is that Reply Totem has the first pick because Gene and Tick are banned out. I mean, all of these brawlers are really good. Yeah, you can see Maru. I think Maru is the one that loves Angelo. So good on the Angelo. Literally, I think he's by far the best in the world. You can just see his mechanics insane. So he's gonna like that. Angelo's always been good on Shooting Star. Sometimes the pros are a bit divided whether they think he's actually good enough as a first pick or early on the draft. But as personally, especially in World Finals, I was vouching, saying, you know, I really like Angelo in Shooting Star because, of course, he has long range, very fast movement speed. You've got that little bit of water in the middle. I know it's not exactly like really advantageous, but it's still annoying, especially if you're facing off against a thrower. You can use the Pierce gadget. It's just really good. So we see the Nanny here from Yoshi. I do like it. I mean, it's okay into Angelo, but I think a good Angelo player can make it work. So go to Max. Again, Max is just used so frequently by pros and Shooting Star all of the time. It's such a good counter to a lot of meta brawlers in Shooting Star. Again, you're never going to really see this much in your ranked games, but if you can take from it, is that pros like Max a lot. So if I were you guys, just try and learn as much Max as possible because it's clearly one of the best brawlers in draft and it has been for a very long time. So if you can get good at Max, I feel like you can just understand brawl styles in general. Also, one thing I've not spoke about is the new rosters. We see Ope instead of Chaos. Was it Chaos? No, it wasn't Chaos. Sorry, it was Lanane on SK Games. Sorry, it's all been around the same. Chaos was on SK a couple of years ago. And then we've seen Angel Boy instead of Chaos on Totem. So it's kind of like a roster kind of swing around how EMEA works. You know, normally only the world champions stay together. So it's pretty interesting. I was actually surprised that Angel Boy chose Reply Totem. I feel like he had every single person in EMEA wanting to team with him because of how good he is. I know he didn't reach World Finals, but he's just that good. So they go with the kit. How is this gonna work? Kit in Shooting Star? I don't know about that. I mean, they did kit in, I think it was Knockout, and it seemed to work with even though it was against like Pearl and Buster, it just seemed to work. And they go with the Penny. So interesting. I guess I don't know what they're kind of going for there. My guess is that they're going to try and get the Blue Star. I've just not seen Kit kind of used as standalone brawler here. Again, I'm not kind of familiar with the pro meta as much as I'm used to, so this will be pretty interesting. Again, my guess is Kit's just gonna jump onto like Angelo or something like that. It could be some good synergy because I just don't imagine how Kit's gonna get like solo kills here because it is Shooting Star. The map's completely open. Interesting to see. I mean, I know for a fact the pros just love Kit, so they're gonna go. Yeah, just gonna get that mid. I guess they're just. Yeah, Kit's just going to stay here. I think it's just going to get pinched. I just don't really like it. Weirdly enough, I feel like this could be just a pick that completely throws them off and it's just going to work. So here we go. Angel Boy gets the taps onto Nanny. That is just crazy to me. Ulti is a weird one, right? Like, it feels like you should be able to counter ulti with snipers, but because he's got so much HP, ulti's still decent into snipers. Like, it's a crazy concept. So I guess they're gonna Kit here, just try and confirm some kills with the snipers. It will work really well with Angelo, I guess. That's one synergy I've always spoke about with Kit. You want to pair it with like Pipe or something high DPS. So I guess I don't know how he's managed to stay alive. Like, what is this? Kit is just in the open, juking all of his shots, even against the max. I mean, that is crazy. So it goes for the stun there and gets the kill. I mean, this is an interesting strategy. This is looking like some gold level ass draft, but it seems to be working so far. The Invis gadget here, I mean, he's been so sneaky. You gotta really give him credit, but SK just got him pinned back all the way into spawn here. Nanny's super gonna be used to break open the wall, which I kind of get, but with 40 seconds left, Ope's surely gonna get a kill on tomorrow here. Yeah, Blue Star their way as well. Oh, both. That is so unfortunate for the SK. Okay, they get the kill onto the Kit here. and I just don't really see how Totem come back from this. The hypercharge max as well. We just got to keep on the aggressive with Kit. Keep on pinned down, keep on chipped. And another super from Joker. He's just having a max game of his life here, keeping him all the way chipped. With 15 seconds left, they're starting to retreat a little bit here. If Kit can get a good jump onto someone and confirm the kill, then yeah, I mean, he can go with a blue star, but Joker's just doing a fantastic job of alleviating all the pressure. And oh, was that close? That was very, very, very close. Like one Kit swipe away and then an Angelo shot. Very close there. So yeah, I mean, I can see the strategy behind it, but at the same time, maybe SK just played it really well, just not allowing them to play their game, constantly be in their face, be aggressive. I like it. It's definitely the shooting star that you're probably not used to seeing. Again, I'm not used to seeing Kit in shooting stars, so maybe SK could have been a bit more aggressive on the blue star here, because it's quite clear that this is what Totem want to do. They want to get that blue, and then they just want to sit back. They want to sit back, wait for someone to make a mistake. So that is Mario getting tapped by the nanny. Well gadgeted there. And again, it's just difficult. Like Angelo, he has to 2-tap pretty much everyone here. Max is getting pretty weak. Here comes the nanny super as well. Good play from Mario. I'm guessing maybe they've gone the Kit to counter the nanny. I just don't know. I would like to hear their thinking behind this, because this is just something new to me. Mario going to go with a Pierce there. I just love watching Mario on Angelo. It's just beautiful to see. Majestic. It's actually majestic gameplay. So now there is still a minute left. There's not really much going on this time around. He does opt to use another gadget there to take down the penny turret, which, I mean, I guess can be okay, but not really getting the most value here. So my guess is that Totem are just happy here, just trying to maybe just get a kill, but trying to wait till the last stage. Okay, if there's a use the gadget to try and get into the bush, I mean, I guess that's kind of smart, but he needs a teammate to back him up. Yeah, that's the problem. It's the problem with Kit, is that you always need somebody close to you. Like, you can't just jump onto someone on your own. You need a teammate to back you up and get the kill. So I think Mario's maybe got one more gadget here. 30 seconds left. There's hardly anything going on this time. Mario's going to get taken down by the max. Nanny hypercharge here. All really good scouting there from Yoshi. I just don't see it. How do Totem turn this around? SK are literally 15 seconds away from sweeping Totem in the finals, which would be disastrous. SK could be starting the year strong again. I mean, here we go. Here comes the pinches. Here comes the super here from Kit. That's going to be the takedown, but it's still 4 stars for them to get. Enjoy looking for the taps, and it's just nothing they can do. So, I mean, fair play to Totem. They tried something out of the box, but I really struggle to, especially against a good team like SK. They know how to stop those cheesy strategies. I just struggle to see how that would work on shooting star. Clearly, it works in scrims, but maybe SK were prepared for it. That's the beauty of pros. They can be aware of everything. Also, that nerf Hank in the bottom right corner there. No, we will not be nerfing Hank. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. A little bit anticlimactic with a clean sweep, but nonetheless, I've really enjoyed seeing this pro gameplay. Best believe I'm going to be really analyzing this gameplay, looking at the meta and everything else to give you guys some good videos in the future. So that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.